Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. My name is Law Nation, LAW Nation. Bittersweet moment for the Cowboy Nation. We won the game, but it felt like a loss. Of course, Dak Prescott, for those who don't know, he's out for the season. It's a clean break. It's a clean break, compound, fractured, what have you, bone broken through the skin type of situation. But I will say this, Cowboy Nation. Now is the time to really look at this team and see who is going to step up. The defense got to play flawless. The defense got to understand that we down a quarterback. We down a quarterback, regardless of how we look at it. Yes, we got the red rifle. And I know a lot of people are wanting to know what can the red rifle do opposed to what Dak Prescott can't do, and what the red rifle can do that Dak Prescott can do. You see, so those are the things that we're going to be conversating over. And yes, we are, by the way, number one in our particular division. I don't know if you want a cookie out of that, but that's just how it cuts down to right now, Cowboy Nation. We're number one. Some people, one can argue that we got the veteran of the veteran quarterback in this division. So we got the quarterback with the most experience. And I heard somebody say, hell, we still probably have the best quarterback in this division, but not to sneeze at Carson Wentz. I think that he's a fantastic player. I think that he's a great guy that can play with anticipation, can get small and skinny and get out of the pocket and these sorts of things. We saw it against the Pittsburgh Steelers game, and he did just enough to keep them afloat or what have you. So if this come down to, okay, who will be the best quarterback out of this division in order for us to win and these sorts of things, who knows? The season is still long. I think that we still got a lot of weapons, right? We got a lot of weapons to really look at. Get this above me. Get off me. We got a lot of weapons on this team that can really still do some things and really can help this team out. The CD Lamb factor, he's coming up, he's showing up, he's doing things in big moments and things like that, catching the contested passes across the middle. Ezekiel Elliott looked like after the injury, he ran with passion, hard down the hill runner. So it looks like this team is trying to rally behind the quarterback right now and playing for Dak Prescott in spite of the injury. So it looks like we can add those things into the mix, right? Right? So, Cowboy Nation, I know it feels bad right now and it feels like everything is grim, but we got to continue to find ways to fight. You guys hear me say that all the time, right? Now, from the Joneses aspect of it, can I just keep it real 100 with you all? From the Joneses aspect of it, they might look at it and say, yeah, that is the reason why we don't pay quarterbacks all of that big coins. And then from the outside noise is everybody saying, okay, pressure people to pay certain people, right? We can say that, right? But the reality of it is that the Cowboys do what they want to do. They made moves, they made money when they wanted to, and trust me, they can do it again. And think about it. La'el Collins out. Tristan Hill may be out for about how many weeks? I don't know. They said they're going to do an MRI. It could be a situation where he's out for 5 or 6 games. Tyron Smith is out. Travis Frederick retired, right? So Joe Looney, he got injured. He's out. Who else out? Oh, LVE, he's out. Woozier, he's out. Anthony Get Down Brown, he came back, right? So we had a lot of crazy injuries to occur. McCoy, he only had half a cup of coffee. Didn't get a chance to finish it, and he slipped, and he's out, So there's so many crazy things going on in the 2020 year. I mean, we can't win for losing, right? Literally, we win a game, and now you have your quarterback out. We win a game, and all of a sudden we look at the game and we say, even before the kickoff, before the game started, this is the craziest thing. I kid you not. Even if we were to win 37-3 or 37-4 or 37-10 or 37 to whatever, or even if we were to win by even crazier numbers, people would have been saying, it's just the Giants. Let that sink in. The craziest part of this all, the Giants. I think they was ranked dead last in offense. I could be wrong. Somebody can put those factual numbers or actual numbers down. They put up 34 points, something like that. They put a lot of points, north of 30 points on us. I can't even remember the score for crying out loud. That's how crazy this game was. So we're in this crazy area. And one thing that I can say about Andy Dalton, he played in the West Coast system. He played in the West Coast offense. So he liked to get the ball out quick. And we see that he don't look to bail out of the pocket. He kind of like do this slide thing out of the pocket, which is not bad. So it could be a situation whereas, these wide receivers may be looking for the ball a little bit quicker out of their stance, out of their release or what have you. Could be that. It could be a situation whereas Ezekiel Elliott understanding and knowing, okay, with this particular quarterback, I got to fight for an extra yard. Could be that. It flat out could be that. I know I'm not going to say it's not the end of the world. Some people say, look, Law, countdown time, baby, because it's the end of the world. And I know a lot of people say, well, why don't we just tank for Trevor Lawrence? Well, you got to be super bad to get that first round draft pick in the first, that first overall, I meant to say. You got to be super bad. And you got a few other teams that's right ahead of you and not playing in this division. So let that sink in. And it'll be obvious, and I think that they would change out all type of rulings. And newsflash, Trevor Lawrence will not save you. He'll still have to go through his growing pains, and then you will have to go through a whole another 3 or 4 years of developing and things like that. And it's crazy. We will still have issues and thoughts about defense. That's the craziest thing of it all. So it's still a conundrum piece. All we can hope for and lean on if all of a sudden Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle himself, and we've seen it happen before in the National Football League, and I'm not calling him these guys. Don't get it twisted. I'm not calling him these guys, but I'm just gonna bring it out. Nobody saw Kurt Warner coming, right? Nobody. If you saying that, yeah, I knew Kurt Warner was gonna do what Kurt Warner was gonna do, you're lying. You're just lying to kick it. Nobody saw Tom Brady coming, right? Nobody really saw him coming, right? It just all of a sudden Drew Bledsoe went down, Tom Brady came into the scene, and everybody was like, wow, this kid is spectacular, right? Right? Can I get some type of reasoning here? But they did have Bill Belichick, though, right? And the defense was nasty. And going back to the Rams, they were the greatest show on turf, right? Nobody saw Nick Foles coming, right? Some of the Eagles fans around there said, yeah, I knew Nick Foles was the greatest of all time, right? Nobody saw him coming, right? Nobody really knew that they still had a chance and an opportunity to win the Super Bowl. If they do say it, then point out that video, so I can post it or talk about it, But what I'm trying to say is that, and I'm not calling the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, any of those guys. But what I'm saying is that this is any given Sunday. I saw the Raiders beat out the Chiefs this weekend, right? I looked down on one point, that was a big margin, right? So anything can happen. And they was not undefeated, though. I think the Raiders were like 2-2 at the time. So now they what? They 3-2, something like that, or now they 2-2, something like that. I don't know. But I do know that the Chiefs were the team to beat, and they beat them. So it's still an any given Sunday. So Dak Prescott out. And I'm going to just go back and bring this up again for those who out there who feel otherwise, or whether or not, the Jones family is going to all of a sudden give him a sympathy check and say, okay, we're going to sign you up for the long-term deal now. I don't think it's happening. I don't know how they can say to themselves, okay, you was 1-3. It's good. You notice how this goes. And I know it's not, I know the optics of it is bad. I know the casing and surroundings of it is worse. But I just don't see the Joneses. And I'm just speaking to you guys. Don't crucify me. I just don't think the Joneses will look at this thing and say, okay, we was 1-3 with you. So you want to come again? You want $40 million? And they can't even franchise tag him again because it got to be north of what he got today, right? Or got this year for the 2020 season. They might let this dude walk. We might have seen Dak Prescott last game with the silver and blue on. That's the craziest part. And I know people going to still hate me for saying this, but that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. I cannot paint a picture otherwise. Now, this is the thing that the Joneses will do. They will sell it and say, yeah, we're really thinking about putting things in place so that we can sign this man to a long-term deal. As soon as he's able to throw the ball around, we're going to like what we see, and we're going to extend him for a long-term deal. Come on now. Let's be real with it. Like it is. You bet on yourself, and you put yourself in front of business, and this is business. There's no love in business, right? There's no loyalty in business. It's business. Cutthroat. That's why it says cutthroat business. Look, if you think I'm lying, those people that running church organizations, be laid on that bill. They will come out there and unplug the lights to a church. They would turn the water off to a church. A non-profit organization still got to pay their bills. Let me know if I'm lying. Yeah, you can probably write some letters and say, hey, we need the lights on for this and that, but they would still yank the plug. It's a capitalistic society. It's all about the mighty dollar, baby. That's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. It's a bad, crazy process. But one way or another, we're going to have to bounce back, figure this thing out. Silver and blue to the day we die. We stay true to it from the womb to the tomb, baby. We'll bounce back. We'll figure this thing out. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you guys feel. Hope Dak get back on his feet. I hope that he prove everybody wrong. I hope that he can get back out there with the silver and blue on. Maybe he can bet on himself again. Maybe they give him the exact same contract for what he got this year. We've seen crazier things happening. It's a slim chance, man. These Joneses, they something else. They'll take care of him off the field, though, probably. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.